Right black at you, right black at you, right black at you. Man, dog, this is the Few the Proud of For Real TV. And of course, I'm your host, Raheem the Dream, better known as Top Cat. On my way to go see my kids. Mission of the day, well, not the mission of the day, but one of the major points I'm going to go over with my kids is attitude. 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 Attitude is very important. Attitude is very important. Attitude will show what your altitude is going to be. Your altitude means how high you're going to go in life. So we have to always be working on our attitude because it can stop our altitude and how high we can go in life. It all comes down to attitude. But once again, this is Raheem the Dream, better known as Top Cat, on my way to go work with my kids. And on YouTube, this will be on YouTube if you're proud of For Real TV. And it'll also be on Facebook. And you can follow me on my YouTube. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit that thumbs up for me for the amorisms. It's called The Few the Proud of For Real TV. On Facebook, you can follow me, Raheem Muhammad. Also on Facebook, The Few the Proud of For Real. Also on Facebook, the For Real Team Youth Outreach Program. And also on Facebook, the Hat Masters. I don't know if I said that. And you can also follow me on the gram, on Instagram, Top Cat Raheem. One of the topics of the day is going to be attitude, and then I'm going to take them into the hood paradigm. I drive the hood paradigm into them because it's repetition. That's why when you go to school, it's repetition, 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 repetition. And this is how I'm driving the hood paradigm into their minds, into their conscious mind, so it can get into their subconscious mind. Just like the rap music do, just like stuff on TV, the video game, social media, is repetition. Repetition is what I'm working on with them. Repetition is what I'm working on with them. To computer them for the right things instead of the wrong things. Because we already know if you pay attention to hip hop, it's on its way out. That kill, it's on its way out, man. It's on its way out. What do it promote anyway? Sex, drugs, and murder. Sex, drugs, and murder. That's what the hip hop produces today. And that's why it's affecting our babies the way it do. Because it gets into their subconscious mind. And it gives them a messed up attitude, which, as I said, will tell you your altitude on how high you will go in life. It's all about the attitude. On my way to go see my babies. And got the zooms, whams for them. Got my worksheets in the bag. You know what I'm saying? I make up my own worksheets. Just about everything I do, I do it myself. I make up my own worksheets. I put together my own literature. Eventually I'm gonna have it done professionally. Once I get some backing, it's coming. It's coming though. The backing is coming. And then I'm gonna get it done worksheets, made up real worksheets. Right now, it's handwritten worksheets that I put together. But in time, I'm going to have it all printed out, you know what I'm saying, into a little booklet where the kids, I could just give the kids the booklets at the end of each session, and they can keep the booklet and then go over it and then have it completed the next time I arrive again. You understand what I'm saying? Repetition is the key. Repetition is the key. Repetition is the key. Excuse me a minute. Okay, right black at me, right black at me, right black at me. I want to give a shout out to the For Real team. I want to give a shout out to all the brothers and sisters that do help me. You know what I'm saying? My brother Suddy. You understand what I'm saying? My sister Gigi. Shout out to Gigi. You did? Gigi. My sister, and shout out to the YouTube world, Facebook world. Shout out to the whole world in general. It's power to the people. We have the power and just don't know it. You see what I'm saying? See, I know it. I know it. That's why I practice. I practice on using my power, using my powers for the right things, though. I used to use it for the wrong things. You see what I'm saying? I use it for the right things now. You know? So let's get moving here. Let's get moving here. So yep, I'm on my way to go see my kids. And I'm working with the babies today. From like 11. Kids I'm working with today is like from 11 to 14. Maybe 1 or 2 in there might be 15, you know what I'm saying, because it's kind of overcrowded. So sometimes they put them wherever they can put them at. Yes, the juvenile detention center is overcrowded, just like the county jail is overcrowded. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know, on average, that the adult prison system around this country, each prison system is expanding by 1,000 inmates a day? You have at least, now let me correct that. You have at least 1,000 inmates a day around this country going to prison systems. That's what they said. That's what the data said. You have 1,000 new prisoners a day around this country. At least 1,000. It's probably more than that because it was old data. It wouldn't surprise me if it's around 2,000, 3,000 now. Because as a matter of fact, that data was from 2008. Let me say that. That data was from 2008. I just thought about that. And I didn't get a chance to look up the latest data. But it ain't hard to put it together Because if it was 1,000 a day in '08, you can imagine what it is today in 25. We in 25. And it ain't got better, it's got worse. You dig what I'm saying? Think about what I'm saying. So if it was 1,000 a day in '08, you can imagine what it is today. But I'm going to come back with that proper data. I will come back with that proper data for y'all, though. If it don't be later on today. Because I know I'm going to need to come back with that proper data. Because one thing for sure and two for certain, I do like to be on point. I do like to be on point. So I'm gonna get that data when I get out of here today. And I'm gonna do a little short just to put it up to correct that. But I already know if it was 1,000 a day, if it was 1,000 inmates a day going into the prison system in '08, we can imagine what it is in 25. Because every time you turn on the TV, you see crime rate. They want to tell you it's going down. Listen, let me tell you something. When they put up the crime rate going down, it's always around election time to make certain politicians look good. The ones that the news media is backing. Who's been paid? The news media, whoever paid, that candidate that paid the news media. NBC, you know the news channels. I ain't finna even try to remember the news channels, but you know, whoever paid them at that time, then they will put up some fake stats. They will put up some fake stats saying crime rate has went down. Even your local elections, when the mayor is running, when the councilmen are running, you will see fake numbers put up. Excuse me, I got the hiccups, but you will see fake numbers put up. Okay, but I need to get back to attitude, don't I? Because I slipped off my topic. Attitude computes your altitude. Your attitude tells you how high you're going to go in life. So if you want to go higher in whatever you're doing, you have to make an attitude adjustment. And I go over this over and over again with my kids down here about attitude. I go over this with them all the time. This is really, attitude is a topic that I pretty much go over with them every time I'm there. Because you come right in and see what their attitude is. You understand what I'm saying? But see, don't get me wrong. What we also have to remember is that, look where they at. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta, you have to remember that some of them kids been down there 2-3 years, man, just sitting down there. Just sitting down there, man, think about it. We talking about kids, we ain't talking about adults. We talking about kids confined to one little pod that's maybe, I'll say, 50 by 50 feet, if that long. If it's that wide and that long. But I'm going to just give it the benefit of the doubt, say 50 by 50. Then you got 10 to 12 kids on that one block. And just think they've been on that one pod. You got kids that's been on them pods, man, 2-3 years, man. We talking about kids. We ain't talking about adults, man. What do you think that does to their mental? What do you think that does to their attitude, man? We talking about kids, man. We're not talking about adults. You tell me if that's not trauma. You understand what I'm saying? Some things people push that's trauma I don't agree with, but I don't say nothing because everything is not trauma. Opinions is like butts. Everybody have one. But I see some people try to use trauma for an excuse. We try to use trauma for an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Especially when people say all. I don't agree with all. They'll say all, you know, certain group of people, this certain people group of that. You know, I just don't say nothing, but that don't mean I agree with it, because I'm learning that I don't have to. I done learned that I don't have to. I don't have to give my opinion on everything. See, I'm learning how to just be quiet and just listen. Even though it's they will ask my opinion. In the end, most of the time they ask my opinion. They do ask my opinion, I will tell you that. I'm not gonna say you will be, I'm gonna say I am. Now I am surprised on how many people want my opinion on things. You see what I'm saying? It's people that's you know, well established in certain fields that man, that's gonna be plenty of work right there. That's gonna be plenty of work right there, man. They tearing down the projects. Man, that's plenty of work right there, man. That's plenty of work right there. But that threw me off, because that's plenty of work right there, man. That's millions of dollars right there. You know what I'm saying? I can't ride by without saying that. Made me forget what I was even talking about. But opinion, you know, you'll be surprised that I go to meetings now, and my opinion starting to mean something. And let me say this here. I just, you know, by them, I guess my opinion means something now is because some of the group settings I done been in, not some of the group settings I done been in, make them want to know my opinion. I think my YouTube channel, the stuff I put on my YouTube channel, the stuff I put on Facebook, people are starting to watch more now. And I think that's what's making them want to at least hear my opinion, I guess, you know, because when I first started this, people in them areas really didn't know me. A lot of people in them areas didn't know me. You see what I'm saying? So now people that's in a lot of I say positions, they value my opinion now. You know, which don't change me or make me feel better about myself, because I can care less about that. But I go into groups now sometimes and say, you know, I just want to listen. They be like, oh, no, you ain't finna just listen. No, we need you to say something. Yeah, that's what it is now. Before they knew what I had up here, I can go in and didn't have to say anything. But once I started talking, and once they started paying attention and going to my YouTube channel and things of that nature, it changed everything. So now, you know, now I can't even go into a group setting and sit and just listen. You know, they want my opinion now. You know what I'm saying? They want my feedback now. Yeah, they want my feedback now. You know? So you know, which is good. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why they want my feedback now because they know that I work with the babies. They know I work with the babies. They know I work with the babies. So now, once they found that out, now they want my opinion on things. You know, which ain't, you know, it's okay. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay. Don't get me wrong, it's okay. Bear with me a minute, let me park. Bear with me, let me park. I got a good little parking spot right here. Yep, I do. Yeah, so they value my opinion now because of the research I do before I, you know, because of the research. Because of the research I do, so, you know, they kind of like, I'm gonna say that. They kind of like, you know, want to hear my opinion of things, you know, and a lot of times what they think is my opinion don't really be my opinion. See, because if I know what the topic is or whatever, before I go to a group setting, I research it. I do research. I research it. And I get the numbers. See, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. You dig what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong, they can lie because it depends on who's putting the information up. That's why you have to check that information, check with other information. You understand what I'm saying? That's why it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do to fact check. Because you can't fact check just one. You can't just fact check with just one search. Because whatever you find, you have to fact check that, and then fact check that. You see what I'm saying? And then put it all together. Then once you put it all together, and you do the numbers in the middle, is where the true results are at. Where the actual stats are at. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so I ain't finna keep going on here. I'm gonna get on in here to my babies. But this is the Few, the Proud, the For Real TV on YouTube. Once again, you can follow me, the Few, the Proud, the For Real on Facebook. You can follow me on the Hat Masters on Facebook. You can follow me, the For Real Team Youth Outreach Program on Facebook, and Raheem Muhammad on Facebook. And you can also follow me on the gram, Top Cat Raheem, and that's on TikTok. And that other one too, begin with an A. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is they got, I don't even know how I got on that. I think it's connected to my Instagram. But anyway, this is the Few, the Proud, the For Real TV, and you can follow me on all them other joints, and on them other what's the names? And you can also follow me on all the other sites I just gave you. But let me get on out of here. Power to the people. Peace and black power. Everybody stay safe. I'm out of here.